Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on narcscon. On this channel we believe education is the key to recovering from narcissistic abuse in all areas and forms of your life, and in order to protect yourself going forward against these type of individuals and the attacks that may come upon you. I would like to just start off by saying, for new subscribers who may not have seen some of the earlier videos, we have a buddy program that we operate in this community. So if you would like to buddy up with someone in order to support them and yourself through your healing journey, just leave a comment in the comments and say buddy request, and leave your location, because it obviously may be more convenient for you to be in the similar time zones. So that is the way the buddy program operates. I do get some emails in asking, saying the person is willing to be a buddy, but I don't actually match people up. So if you'd like to do that, a lot of people have found it really, really helpful, and that is what the buddy program is. To get the word out there, the second request is, can you please consider subscribing if you find anything of value on this channel or others that are similar, to get the narcissistic awareness videos out there on the YouTube algorithm. Because just imagine if you were still dealing with it and didn't know what you were dealing with. There's a hell of a lot of people still out there that don't know about this personality disorder, who are going through hurt and turmoil and destruction, who would just so benefit from the clarity of how to understand and how to deal with these type of individuals. So oftentimes a series of things will happen to bring a video topic about, and we say there are no coincidences. I often believe it comes from up there, the inspiration for a video. This video, I would like to talk about the dark vortex of the narcissist and the underworld that the narcissist actually operates and truly lives in. If you can understand this place or this theory, it'll help you hugely in fighting the spiritual war and winning the spiritual war with the narcissists of this world. So it's just an opinion I would have, but I believe that all human beings operate in one of two sides. I believe that there's a light side that people can generally live most of their life in, and there's a dark side that other people live most of their life in. We can swap from one to the other throughout our lives, but I believe that for the majority of our lives, we choose one side or the other. What I'd like to talk about in relation to the dark vortex of the narcissist's world is really looking at the dark side and how people can get pulled into that and never get back out of it, when they should actually and really want to and chose to live in the light and to try and be as good as they possibly could to other human beings and to themselves, whereas the narcissists have the opposite agenda to that. So how does this happen? How do we get pulled into this kind of black hole of the narcissist's world, this vortex where we lose ourselves, where we seem to be acting like a narcissist would, where we come to a point where we actually don't recognize ourselves? We've lost our identity, and our self-doubt and the narcissistic abuse has brought us to a position where we kind of wonder, were we really a bad person? Are we really a bad person? And it's a very unpleasant place to be, because you have no peace of mind, you have no joy, you're bothered, you're anxious, you're jealous, you're in a bad place. And this is actually the dynamic of what drives a narcissist. This is the type of world they actually live in and try and abuse others to escape. But that's for another day. So how does this actually happen? You know, you've no intention of becoming a bad person. That's not what your modus operandi is. You set out to maybe get involved in a relationship, to have a loving relationship, to have a family, to have a marriage, to have a good future, to do good things in the world, to just have a normal life. You never perceived of anything other than that. Or you're dealing with a family member that's very difficult or very dangerous or very dark, or a colleague, a work colleague. I usually deal with the intimate relationship because it's the most intense example you get usually of the narcissistic abuse cycle. It's clearer to see, but it's transferable to the other areas. So how does it happen? How does this gradual process happen that you find yourself in this dark underworld that the narcissist inhabits? You may have gone through a relationship with the narcissist, or you may be dealing with the fallout, the devaluation or the smear campaign. And again, it can be in a work situation or family. It's usually where you have to still deal with the narcissist, and this can often be like when you share children with them, or you're extricating yourself from even situations that involve the law. So here's what you think. Well, I'm going to be strong in this situation, and I'm going to fight this individual. They're not going to take me down. It's not right. They're telling lies. It's unjust. And I'm going to fight them with all I have. And that's admirable. But I'd like to give you the tools to fight the injustice and to win. A lot of people get pulled into this vortex, into this dark hole, with a very good intention. The intention is not to let this badness persist, to open people's eyes up to the injustice and the lies that the narcissist is telling, to open people's eyes up to who they're really dealing with, because narcissists often only selectively show themselves to people, which is again a diabolical part of their modus operandi. So you have this good intention, and you have a strong heart, you live by the truth, and you're determined that you're going to put a stop to this. So the motivation is good. The narcissist will bait you, will try and get you emotionally perturbed, will do everything they possibly can to bring you onto their battlefield. And their battlefield exists in the dark forest. In the dark undergrowth, they play the games they've always played, and they play them diabolically well. And they're not games that you want to play well. But oh, by God, they want you in that battlefield, because they know once they entice you into that battlefield, they will destroy you. All your good intention to bring the truth to light, to bring that person into the openness so other people won't be destroyed by them, will not only fail with you destroying yourself, but it will have them looking like the heroes or heroines of the story. How do they do it? If you're not, no contact with them. If you can't be, or if you're not for whatever reason. They will bait you with texts. They will make up stories. They will rile you to get you angry. They will triangulate you, and they will use flying monkeys to bring untruths to you, to get you going, to get you to go in after them. You will want to use your intelligence to say, I know that's not true, and I'm going to sort that out. Now, the narcissist, because you're going to enter their battlefield, because you're taking the bait that they have set you up for, they know the next step that you're going to take. And they have that planned. It's like you're going on the battlefield with your gun. You say, I know now where I'm going to get that enemy and I'm going to shoot them or whatever. They're waiting behind the bush because they know the path you're coming down, and they're going to get you first. Remember, the more you go into the dark world, the more you do similar things to what the narcissist is doing to you, the more you become obsessed and think, I know what they've done, and I'm going to be one step ahead on the chessboard, and I'm going to go and tell that person so that I will have set them up, so that they won't see this coming. You playing the narcissist game, you're on the narcissist battlefield. They've got telescopes, they've got booby traps, they have got everything dark, ready to get you if you go in there. And sometimes you'll go so far down the rabbit hole that they've opened up for you, you won't be able to find your way back out to the light very easily. Your strength of character will be depleted. You'll wonder at yourself, thinking thoughts of revenge, thoughts of actually harming the narcissist, even going so far as thinking, you know, maybe I could get them to lose their job and then that would show them and that would show them up. That's all them. That's you giving in to the dark side. That's you losing, because that's what the narcissist wants you to do. The narcissist wants you to play. They want you to play on their home ground so that they can get enjoyment out of seeing you trying so hard and fighting so hard for good and for light, and getting totally mind messed, for want of not using a worse word, in their jungle of baiting, deceit, lies, destruction. I mean, even something like sending you a text and you ignore, say, 3 of the texts, and you don't answer. And then they'll send you a text, say, to say, I understand why, you're not replying, and that's okay because of this. And then, you kind of go, you've ignored the first 3 texts, and then this comes in and you kind of go, excuse me, it's not up to you to understand why I'm not answering your texts. You see, if they can't win with the first 3 texts, they'll come up with another plan to get you hooked or to get you in or to get you to respond. So that's all very well, Paulie say. So how do I not get pulled into the dark vortex of the narcissist and lose myself in the black hole by becoming exactly like them? My answer would be, you stand still. That's not very easy to do. You don't react at all. And I know you've heard this over and over again about responding and not reacting. But if you have to deal with a narcissist in whatever capacity, you refuse to play their game. You go into your higher self, and your higher self is the battleground that you can win on. Because the narcissist, by coming out of the dark vortex into your light, has so little power to do anything to pull you down. So the higher you go into yourself, and I don't mean self-righteous sainthood, I just mean stay within your truth, within your light. Don't be tempted to become like the narcissist. Don't seek revenge for an attack that they're making on you or others. Use your head. Use your head to document, to report, to not react and to see what they're going to do next. Because by you staying on the higher level, on your battleground in this spiritual warfare, the games they play will escalate. And you'll say, well, Paula, that's not what I want. It is what you want once you stay in an area of safety, because you need the narcissist to expose themselves. For other people to see the narcissist getting frustrated at not being able to drag you into their world where they can pummel you, where they can shoot you in the legs, shoot you in the arms, get you so starved of light, embroiled in the darkness and everything demonic that goes on in a world of cruelty, coldness, revenge, destruction, baiting, jealousy, triangulation, blame shifting, entitlement, lack of accountability. That's the vortex of the narcissist. And remember, a fire in hell can't light without you pouring fuel onto it. It'll burn itself out. And the narcissist will try and try and try to drag you in to keep the fire going. Let them expose themselves by standing strong in the light. If you feel yourself tempted to use a low-class behavior to go into that world, even if they try and pull you in by saying, we really need you to come and explain to us, to talk to us. We need you to sort things out for us. They'll use every tactic to get you into that dark place. But once they've got you, it's so much harder to get back to yourself, to get back to the truth, to get back to the type of peace and joy and normal people and normal life. All this drama can take you over and can sap your energy. And you end up in a place of depletion, physical depletion, spiritual confusion, ruined relationships, financial disaster, depressed, and a lack of direction. So it's dangerous stuff, guys. You guys are lucky enough to know about narcissistic abuse. It is possible to beat these people at their own game, but you do it your own way, in your own battlefield, staying in the light, and God will protect you when you're in the midst of this type of energy. It will clear. Don't be tempted to go into their world, and don't be tempted to go down to their level. I hope that was of help and value to anyone who's dealing with this at the moment, because it's very disturbing, it's very annoying, and it's very upsetting. But the only way out is your way. So don't deal with these people. Deal with them on your battlefield, in your light. Thanks, guys. Until the next time. The next video I'm going to do is going to be a subscriber request. A few people have requested it in relation to how do you tell other people whom you want support from when you get out of a narcissistically abusive relationship. How do you explain it to them? So I know that's been a while coming, so it's coming soon. So until the next time, take care of yourselves, family. Bye.